line, boy, it's time to break it down. Grab a mic, kill the stage, yeah, second nature now. Mama said I make a proud, I told her I made a vow. Just to wait around in the year, I'll put her in a house.
Hey, what's up everybody, this is Nightwing2303 from kicksoncourt.com. Today we have another performance review and is on the Nike Zoom Soldier 6. So without wasting too much of your time, let's go ahead and get right into it. Traction on the Zoom Soldier 6 is absolutely outstanding. The only issue that I ever had was on the heel, and as long as you are keeping up with your wipes, then you're going to be perfectly fine. The only issues with the heel were on dusty or debris-ridden floors. If you're on a perfectly clean floor, don't worry about anything. You're going to have a good time playing in these, and the forefoot is definitely the highlight of the traction surface. So I think that these are probably the best overall traction that I've had like almost ever. The only other shoe that has ever been able to have this good of traction on the court has been the Ectio and the Zoom Kobe 4. The cushion feels great. You have lightweight Phylon all the way through from heel to toe. Feels real good underfoot. There is a 4-foot Zoom bag widthwise, so it's like a full length side to side. And then in the heel you have a top loaded, which I found out after I did the initial video, but there's a top loaded heel Zoom bag, and there's also supposed to be a bottom loaded Zoom bag as well. I'm not sure if that one's true because I can't really see it, but either way, heel to toe transition is very smooth, very comfortable, and I actually really love the cushion in these guys. This year's Zoom Soldier model has the same exact materials as the previous LeBrons from this year. So LeBron 9, the LeBron 9 Low, and the LeBron 9 Elite all have the same exact materials minus one, which is the flywire. So this guy right here doesn't have flywire whatsoever. Does it need it? No, it doesn't. And basically the fuse that they use is absolutely perfect. It's thin enough to where you can have all the flex that you need in the areas that you need it, but it's also protective in all of the other areas, like the high wear areas. So the materials for me I thought were fantastic. The way that they used the fuse really kind of optimized not only the fit itself but also ventilation, which we'll get into later. And the overall fit, they go true to size. So these, the LeBron 9 Elite and the LeBron 9 Lows, I got the same size, which is all size 9. They fit me perfectly. The LeBron 9s, I had to get a size 9.5 because they were just extremely small. So I didn't have any issues with the fit whatsoever. The forefoot wasn't too wide and it definitely wasn't too narrow. Once everything was laced up, it fit perfectly. The midfoot gives you a great lockdown. The fuse that's in here is very thin, right along the midfoot area. So as soon as you tie these up, they just wrap around your foot and it feels just awesome. There's no hot spots throughout most of the shoe. The strap actually does something unlike the KD4. So this one starts off at the lateral side, it wraps across the medial and then back over the top and joins on the lateral side where it started from. This keeps everything contained in that spot. So the fit alone would be okay. The lockdown, it's not bad without the strap at all. The padding that they use in the back here is, it's kind of strange. It's almost like spongy because it moves with your, when you put pressure on it, but it moves back into shape almost like a memory foam. So without the strap, I think that they would be perfectly fine as far as a heel lockdown and fit goes. But with the strap, it just takes it up two more notches at the least, and definitely keeps everything stable and secure on the heel ends. As far as the rest of the fit goes, again, everything is very nice. One thing to watch out for, and this was something that was on the LeBron 9 as well, and that is the tongue. Like I don't understand their logic of this exposed stitching, because when they put it and knot it up in the corners right here, I have holes in my ankles right here, and then on the other foot it's on the other side, but basically I have holes in my ankles because of the chafing that all of those knots and stitching brings. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see that exactly, but it's just a gigantic knot and it rubs against your skin. It's right where that lace is, so when everything's tied up, it puts a lot of pressure right in that location, and it just rubbed my skin raw, and I basically have some scabbing, and it'll eventually turn into scars. So that's my only thing that I did not like about the shoe, is that they keep putting exposed stitching on these LeBrons, and it's extremely irritating. Especially when you're out there for like 2 to 4 hours at a time, and you're playing, and all of a sudden, because your skin's getting softer and softer from moisture buildup, and then it just rips because you have all this chafing going on in there. So that's not cool. As far as how to fix it, the only thing that I personally do is I wear one of these. This is a neoprene McDavid level 1 brace. It doesn't do anything as far as support goes, so it being called a brace is pretty weird, but the one thing that it does do is that it protects your ankle from hot spots because it's thick. So that's what I do to take care of any hot spots that I have in any of my sneakers. As far as ventilation is concerned, this is pretty much on point with the LeBron 9 Elite, in my opinion at least. Slightly better. The LeBron 9 Elite had the Pro Combat tongue, which it wicked away moisture, but it didn't really release all of that airflow in there. Whereas this guy here is a mesh tongue, so that just offers us a little bit more ventilation than that particular model. And then the rest of the fuse is awesome because there's nothing restricting it whatsoever. What's on the other side is that open mesh, so airflow is very, very abundant. In this shoe and in the Crazy Light 1, those are the only 2 shoes where I actually felt air going through there, which is weird. I don't know how to explain that feeling, but basically your foot starts to perspire, and the cool air goes inside the open chambers or the mesh, and you could just kind of feel that temperature difference, and it's just kind of a weird feeling to have because you're usually not used to that on when you're wearing shoes. But I think that the ventilation on this guy is awesome, and as you can see on the medial side, there are plenty of perforations in the fuse on this side as well, and again, none of them are blocked by anything. The only thing on the other side of them is this open mesh. As far as support is concerned, most of your support's coming from the overall fit. You're getting a lot of support from the ankle strap here, keeping everything locked down. There is no torsional plate or support bar. TPU, some of them have bars, whatever it is, carbon fiber, all that stuff, it's not in there. For me personally, it did not make a difference. For some of you guys, I know that you guys need that or want that. So that's going to be something that's on you as far as if you're going to pick these up. I personally didn't have a problem with it. These basically flexed perfectly with my foot, and the containment and fit kept everything locked into the midsole itself. So when I was transitioning, everything was very, very natural. So another thing that I probably should have mentioned earlier is that the toe up here, I don't know if you could see it, but this kind of shapes like a hyperdunk where it goes upwards. And then on this side here, it goes even further into that upward motion. And so when you first put these on, they feel very strange because when you go to move forward, your toe kind of is forced into this direction. And it just feels very strange, like an awkward teeter-totter. It's something that you get used to right away, but just from the get-go, when you put them on, you're going to be like, what the heck is that? And it's going to be a very, very strange feeling toe off. But you'll get used to it. Give yourself about like 4 or 5 minutes of game time, and you're not even going to notice that it's there. Makes everything a little bit more natural, easier flex and range of motion in that forefoot region, and that is pretty much going to take care of that. Alright guys, so that takes care of the review on the Nike Zoom Soldier 6. This is one of the best shoes that's available right now. It's got the most bang for your buck, in my personal opinion. $120 gets you great traction, good support, good fit, very good ventilation, and plenty of cushion with heel and forefoot Zoom Air. So if you guys like to have all of that stuff in your shoe, this is definitely going to be a great option for you. This shoe can be worn easily by a point guard, a shooting guard, and even a small or power forward. Centers probably will want something a little bit more sturdy as far as the upper is concerned. So that pretty much takes care of everything. If you guys want to see the scores on this shoe, you can go to my site, kicksoncourt.com. I thank you guys for all of your support, and until next time, have a good one.
I think I'm doing it. Anything is possible, and boy, I think I'm proving it. People looking up to me, I'm really kinda new to this. Yeah, they looking up to me, I'm really kinda new to this. I got their hands to the ceiling.